Hello everybody, I am here again to do another version of recent vinyl editions. For the month of September I got about 8 albums here. Last month I was in a different place. I moved during that month and didn't buy many for the first half of the month, but just last week I got quite a few here. So the first one, this one was purchased back in early September. It's a reissue of the Cocteau twins, Heaven in Las Vegas. This one actually was not the best pressing. A few of the songs don't sound too great on this, but it's still a very good album and it sounds fine most of the time. So that's one of their most acclaimed albums, one of their later albums from the early 90s, I believe. Some of the tracks include Ice Blink, Luck, Cherry Colored Funk, so it's a really great album. Second one here, this is kind of an electropop album from Katy B. Track listing on the back. This one came out this year, 2014. It's called Little Red, and it's a really fun album to listen to. Katy B has a great singing voice. It's somewhat R&B tinged, but it's a great electropop album. I'm not a huge fan of the genre, but sometimes an artist like this will come along and really catch my ear. That's Katy B. The production is especially also really good on this. Her voice and the production both are it works really well. And now the next 4 here are all from the same artist. So I'm sure you'll know a lot about these albums. Before last week I actually didn't have any Beatles in my collection. Now I've got 4 of them. They just reissued most of their albums on mono. So I actually prefer mono most of the time, especially from older albums that were recorded that way. So the first one here is Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. This one is the white album. This one actually is the stereo version. I believe this was the first album that the Beatles recorded specifically for stereo. So I decided to go with the stereo version on that one. The other 2 here are Hard Day's Night, another mono version. These 4 albums, by the way, are my favorite, personally, my favorite Beatles albums. And Help. The last 2 there I haven't even opened yet. It's been quite a while since I've heard them, so I can't comment too much on the music, but I don't think I need to, do I? Now this one, the last 2 albums here, this one is a compilation mix. It's a minimal techno album that was made a few years ago from these 3 artists: Henrik, Schwarz, Dixon, 3 very, very good producers. And this is a collaborative mix made really just of minimal techno all the way through, and it's very, very good. Very, very well produced. It's got it says here, this is another one I haven't listened to yet since I bought it, but I heard it years ago when it came out and I remember loving the album. But it shows the track list back there. 2 discs, 4 sides. If you're looking for a good minimal techno starter, something to get you into the genre, this is definitely highly recommended. It's called the Grandfather Paradox, as you can see there. And the last one here is from a band called Joker's Daughter. I believe it was issued in 2009. Yeah, 2009 is when it first came out. And I didn't get it at that time for whatever reason, but this was one of my favorite albums of the year, of 2009. It's really kind of an indie rock, indie folk album, as far as I remember it. and it's produced by Danger Mouse. But certainly if you're a fan of the indie, independent, modern, indie rock genre, give this a listen if you haven't. It's really good and not all that well known for some reason. It's a really nice album. And that does it for my September purchases. Thanks for watching. Bye.